So this is a new moon in Capricorn. You see the sun and moon join here at about 7 degrees Capricorn, 8 degrees Capricorn. Moon is in Uttar Ashada, or the sun and moon are in Uttar Ashada on this new moon. Uttar Ashada is ruled by the sun, and it means later victory. And it's the deities are the Vishwadevas, the full gods. And these include things like Dharma and Karma and Kala, time. So righteousness, righteous action, honoring time, which also gives us the capacity to let go of things when we need to, and to do what we know is right rather than what's easy. Things like that give an unchallenged victory. And however much we are adhering to those principles in life, those show the things that get produced in our life. So it's not even a matter of if we do it, it's we are doing it. We do honor truth, righteousness, time, the willingness to stay committed. It's just, what are we committed to? What is truthful? What are our actions oriented towards? Maybe we're committed to our failure. Maybe we're committed to keep floating the same sad story and telling everybody constantly. If that's the case, then that's the victory. Then that's what we produce. So, big stuff here, and you see this happens in Capricorn. End of Sagittarius, beginning of Capricorn is Uttar Ashada. So these are big seed lessons for the next 30 days, sun-moon cycle beginning in Capricorn. So again, this is the sun-moon cycle in Capricorn, which is when masculine and feminine energy come together. So this is the Capricorn cycle that's starting now for 2012. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. It's the internal reflective quality of Saturn, which actually has to do with facing life's realities. And it's often called life's harsh realities, but they're not really harsh. We all know these things. We all know that everything we have is going to end. We all know that we only have a certain amount of time. We only have a certain amount, everyone we know is going to perish. Everything we know is going to change. We know this, but we don't reckon with it. So Capricorn is where we reckon with that internally and psychologically. So it's the psychological maturity that gives us the right thing to concentrate our energy on. And when we're emotionally mature, which emotionally means internal and reflective, and mature means Saturn, then we can face these things with dignity and not immaturity and weakness and fear and stress. Then it's not life's harsh realities, it's just life's realities. Nothing's more harsh than anything else. And in fact, facing life's, let's say, harsh realities gives us a great appreciation for everything. It gives us a great appreciation for the things we have, a great appreciation for the moment, a great appreciation for the beauty of life. If you knew you were going to die tomorrow, what would your life be like today? How much would you appreciate what you have? This is the greatness of Saturn, and Capricorn is the internal reflective quality of that. And this comes after the hope and optimism of Sagittarius, where we find a sense of meaning and hope and purpose, but it can just somewhat disconnect us from the realities of life we have to live in. So, after the hope and optimism of Jupiter ruled Sagittarius, and that sense of meaning and purpose, and expansion, and saying yes to a higher purpose in life, then we get the realities of Capricorn, which means we need to make a commitment to something, an inner emotional commitment. How much more is someone's sense of hope and purpose improved by facing the inner realities of life, like that we're all going to die and we're going to, we have to make peace with what we have. How much does that make a person's religion and spiritual ideas, which is what Sagittarius is about? How much does that really season a person and make them a lot more serious about their sense of meaning, purpose, and hope? Well, that's why Capricorn comes after Sagittarius. Sagittarius is where we have the hope and the belief. Yes, I believe, I feel it, I get it. And Capricorn is where it's like, okay, now you need to apply it. You need to apply it to all these harsh realities. That's why we even have the thing. And how does that happen? Well, it happens through a sense of commitment, duty, obligation, and facing things with maturity. This is what Saturn is about. Facing the past, facing the future, making peace with our mistakes, making peace with the people who've hurt us. Forgiveness, compassion, solitude, inner peace, not immaturity, but inner peace, where we stabilize our inner psychological environment through things like solitude and sadhana and commitment and purpose. This is the greatness of Saturn, and we really feel it in Capricorn. That's where we need to feel it first. Why Saturn rules this feminine sign first, and then the next sign is the masculine Aquarius, which is then when we take it out into the world and serve in the world. But first we need to serve that inner truth. We need to be willing to let go of everything psychologically. Unless we're willing to let go of everything psychologically, whatever we're hanging on to and clinging to, that's where we're scared. That's where we're fearful. That's where we're immature. You're like, okay, I can let go of this, I can let go of this, but I can't let go of that. My God. And it usually has to do with things like our body, our health, our very life itself. And of course, it's just natural. Don't feel bad if you're hanging on to life. We all are. But what is life? What is the truth? What is the reality? You have to go within to feel it. You have to go within to find it. And it's found in that peace, stillness, and solitude in the heart. And that's what Capricorn really is about. It's about inner structure, inner material wealth. It's not just about outer forms of wealth. Outer forms of wealth, get produced by Capricorn because we feel safe. It's hard to meditate in a war zone. So we want an external structure, but that's only in a highest sense to create the internal environment where we can relax and concentrate. So these are big lessons for the Capricorn lesson, or big themes for the Capricorn lesson of the next month. Now, we have this, there's a nice hemming happening of Capricorn right now. Venus and Mercury are hemming the sign of Capricorn, so this sign is quite blessed and filled with grace. We have Mercury before it, which gives skill, intelligence. So as you go inward toward the truth now, or you want to go inward and face life's harsh realities, now is a great time for you to gather information and study a little bit more and say, you know what, this is really interesting. Oh yeah, I understand this. Reading a book, listening to a lecture, learning something, studying something will help you go inward. And then afterward, Venus comes after Capricorn now, which is, you'll find that there's a lot of grace and beauty and devotion flowing after you, let's say go into some sort of meditative state, or once you become reflective. You'll feel a lot of support in that way with Venus after the Sun and Moon, after Sagittarius. So, after Capricorn, one of the big things now also is that Saturn is exalted. The ruler of Capricorn, I keep saying Sagittarius, is exalted. So these are big Capricorn times, and this transit of the Sun and Moon, this transit of the Sun through these Saturn-ruled signs is very blessed at this time. So this is an excellent time for these Saturn cycles, the Sun and Moon cycles going through Saturn's signs. So next 30 days is a great time for you to really concentrate internally on calming your emotional fears and making a commitment to things like solitude, introspection, and sadhana. And so now for my gold members, I will do the forecast for each of the 12 signs and what you're looking for this month. If you're not one of my gold members, you can sign up. You can get a free 14-day trial and start it with hearing the forecast for your sun sign for the next month. Again, it's free. Look, you can just check it out for free, and you can cancel at any time if you don't want to continue. But if you want to know what's going to be the real blessing and opportunity for you for the next 30 days, check this out.